Hello, friends and viewers, and welcome to my Lash character guide. My name is James. I'm a global player, and I started playing Sword of Convallaria in September 2024. I'm a longtime strategy and turn-based RPG fan with the Fire Emblem series, Tactics Ogre, and Unicorn Overlord as some recent titles I enjoy. I'm a PvE-focused player in Sword of Convallaria. I have no interest or knowledge of PvP. As a global player, I lack the technical knowledge and exposure to the Taiwan and China scenes. As a result, I'm subject to feedback and I'm open to being wrong. If you come across conflicting information to other guides and creators, then there are absolutely multiple ways to play a character. Play your way. As a fun fact about myself, I am a Thai tea boba enjoyer. Lash's trait is her name, Lash. After Lash attacks, she additionally deals 30% of her magic attack as piercing damage to targets hit. After Lash uses support or healing skills, she additionally heals the target for 20% of her magic attack. This trait enables role versatility, allowing players the option to build Lash to be more damage or support focused. Her initial skill is Whip of Blame. This skill initiates with 60% magical damage to all enemies in a straight line of 5 tiles, then follows up with piercing damage equal to 30% of Lash's magic attack. This skill is one of the longest range attacks in the game. At rank 1, your options are Energy Ray or Soul Soothing. Energy Ray with no energy cost would substitute a basic attack whenever Lash is low on energy. This will also deal additional damage by increasing Lash's attack by 15% when attacking enemies with a shield. Soul Soothing, with no energy cost and no cooldown, means she can hypothetically cast this every turn. This means when other skills are on cooldown, Lash has the liberty to choose between a basic attack or Soul Soothing cast. Select based on whichever direction you are investing Lash in, damage or support. My pick here is Energy Ray. At rank 3, I recommend Magic Defense Boost. Magic Defense Boost grants Magic Defense level 2 and immunity to disrupt buffs to all allies within the target location. Lash is currently the only unit who can apply immunity to disrupt in an AoE radius, which is helpful to protect your team's action economy and against specific mutation effects, especially if you are lacking in fancy hats. If you feel comfortable without having a mass immunity to disrupt buff, or if you have plenty of fancy hats, then consider Dark Withering to net more overall damage from Lash. At rank 5, I recommend Protection of Darkness. Protection of Darkness offers more general purpose damage mitigation. Debuffs are a regular part of gameplay, so Lash should easily benefit from Protection of Darkness at some level. While Watchers, such as Archers, are a counter to Lash, Highland Defense is more dependent on map design, and still has a lesser damage reduction ceiling than Protection of Darkness. At rank 7, your options are Dark Ripple or Light of Sanctuary. Dark Ripple's energy cost contests with Whip of Blame. If the debuffs are more valuable to you, or in scenarios where piercing damage is mitigated, then Dark Ripple may be a more meaningful choice. Take note that Abyss and Night Raven are 2 other epic units who can learn the same skill. Light of Sanctuary is an instant cast support ability, providing damage and magic defense buffs to unharmed allies or healing otherwise. My pick here is Light of Sanctuary. At rank 9, I recommend Discipline as the basic attack upgrade. Lash is one of the few free-to-play characters with a kit that delivers piercing damage. Discipline is a good option to upkeep piercing damage when she is low on energy to cast Whip of Blame. This is my general build recommendation, focusing on Whip of Blame as the core energy spender, then using Energy Ray when low on energy and Light of Sanctuary on cooldown, preferring the damage and magic defense buffs. Substitute Light of Sanctuary for magic defense boost as needed based on stage type or mutation. For weapons, Diffusing Prism is best to increase Lash's magical and piercing damage output. Resentment Broom is another good option to increase your AoE damage while also inflicting life loss. Otherwise, if you have neither of the above, consider Starry Sky Heritage. For trinkets, some options include Origin Hourglass, Fancy Hat, Roaring Flint, and Flying Blade Arm Guard. Origin Hourglass is a good option to increase overall damage output. When using Magic Defense Boost, Fancy Hat helps ensure Lash's own action economy is protected so she can cast Magic Defense Boost for allies. Roaring Flint and Flying Blade Arm Guard will also trigger the additional piercing damage effect from her trait, but you may have other units who prefer these trinkets more. For Taros, Dream of the Magician is the best overall option to increase Lash's AoE damage. Course of Fortune is a fine general use tarot. Note that the AoE shockwave from Course of Fortune will also trigger Lash's trait on enemies hit. On any maps with high target count, allies, enemies, summons, and NPCs, it's always reasonable to consider Temptation of the Devil as well. For Engravings, Sword and Wand is the best general use resonance for the attack and defense bonuses. To provide some composition and usage tips, among the free-to-play destroyers, Lash has the second highest base magic attack behind Flame Sorceress. While Lash may become outscaled in power as your character roster grows, Lash still offers some longevity with piercing damage and immunity to disrupt. Lash is part of the Papal States and Aggression categories. Consider building a team with Lash using Karis's or Nona Will's leaders' auras. For external category buffs, Karis offers a strong aura to increase damage and piercing damage dealt, as well as reduce damage taken. Lash can satisfy the buff count with Light of Sanctuary and Course of Fortune, or receive external support otherwise. Nona Will's Aggression is a great aura to increase skill damage. I want to take a moment to call out my YouTube members for supporting my channel and me. With their support, they help with bringing more Sword of Convallaria content forward. On this channel, I offer the Rare and Epic membership tiers. At the Rare tier, you'll have access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, and member shoutouts in future guide videos. At the Epic tier, you'll receive all Rare tier perks, as well as access to PDF copies of all my guide content. Thank you for your time and consideration. It's the most valuable thing anyone can ever ask for. This concludes my character guide. As mentioned in my disclaimer, I welcome feedback and I'm open to being wrong. I'm still learning and improving just like you are. Once again, if you find conflicting information to other guides or content creators, then that means there are multiple ways to build a character and still achieve success. If you have any feedback for me, please feel welcome to comment below. I also have my various social media platforms on this slide here. Last but not least, I want to credit and shout out these resources that helped me put this guide together. Voyage Memento for their character build samples and reference links, the Sword of Convallaria No Potion fan site for skill images and skill descriptions, the Sword of Convallaria Cloud Drop Wiki for skill filtering and gear images, and the Billy Game and Game Key Chinese sites for character art assets. I highly recommend visiting these links to build your Sword of Convallaria knowledge. Thank you so much for watching this character guide, and I will see you in the next one.